Hey guys, it's Frank, that one web guy, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about 4 quick ways to use chat AI for your business. As you may, if you follow my channel, you know that I dabble in a lot. I do a lot with AI, with it being AI art or just AI for everyday things with my business. But I also, I'm a web guy, I'm a web developer, do coaching, website coaching. I'm an author. So there's a lot of intricacies and ways that I use AI in my business. Today I'm going to talk about 4 quick ones, so I won't bore you with all the details. Let's just get right into it. So we have my AI client here loaded up. I'm using ChatGPT Plus on the 4, and I want to create an information product here. So what I might create, I know with SEO, it's always best to have a number or something like that. It's enticing. It tells them how quick it is, and just quick information. So what I might do is have, I might say something like 5 quick tips for website maintenance, for maintaining your website. So I might say write 5 quick tips for maintaining your website. So it says regularly update content, which is another way to use AI. Monitor website performance. Page speed is critical. Of course, and it says up there the first one, improve your SEO. Regular backups, that's critical. Security updates. Now, a lot of people don't think about maintenance for the website. I mean, obviously, we usually don't think about it for even our vehicles. We check oil, check the air pressure, those type of things. As that gives you better gas mileage if your air pressure is fine. But we don't do much more than that. Sometimes we'll take it in to get it serviced, but other times we don't think about it until it breaks. Sadly, true is the same thing with their website. I get calls of people saying, hey, my website's been hacked, or it's just not acting right, or I can't do something. And this is because they haven't ran updates, or and they have no backups or anything like that. So by providing this information product, I'll put this on the back end of one of my websites. I don't usually do it on the front end of the website, just because you only have like 5 to 10 seconds to get somebody's attention, and I don't want them to have to opt in to get information. But if I'm driving traffic to the site, I might drive them to a page where they can get like 5 quick tips for maintaining your website. Now, of course, we have these 5 tips here, and I would pull these out individually, and we can expand on it. It says content at king, so we can say, I'll copy this here, and I'll say expand on this paragraph to, let's say, 300 words using a friendly but informative voice. I mean, I usually, a secret that I kind of use is use human wordiness. Now, as people, I tend to ramble a little bit, and I don't know if you do or not, but sometimes we use more words than we need to. And I know a lot of people are using fact checkers or even plagiarism checkers on these chat AI type of things. So to me, if I use a little bit of human wordiness, it helps, make it look like it's more human. Of course, I will go back and modify it for myself. So I'll add this paragraph that we cut and pasted. And so we'll say about, all right, let's dive into this a little bit more. So I would put on my report, I would put in that first paragraph, and then I would add this. Now, 300 words might be a little bit too much, but if you're trying to do a beefy report that, somebody might download, they may see the 5 bullet points, on before they download it, before they put in their name and email, that say, oh, these bullet points are impressive. I want to know what else there is. And then when they read it, they have, we got 300 words times 5, that's 1,500 words. That's almost enough for a small ebook. But, generally, I will go through and rewrite this a little bit, adding some of my own thoughts and viewpoints as well. But you can see how we could easily create a information product. So I would pop this in a Google Doc, add these here, add it to Google Doc, and create an information product for this. And as I said, we want to use, of course, 5 quick tips for SEO purposes. That's really good. Now, I want to try to keep this video fairly short. I mean, we could spend a whole hour on just on this. So I'm not going to. My next thing that I wanted to really cover is website content. So I've been fiddling around with this site Frank recommends. I do a lot of review videos. I write an article monthly for a magazine reviewing a product. I do that quite often for other things as well. So what I'm having here is I've been kind of struggling on what to put. So like productivity tools that I find useful. So for website content, I might come back here. I need to put a paragraph here at the top. So I might say something about write a paragraph for a website about business productivity tools in a friendly and informative voice. Yeah, as you can see, I have Grammarly running, luckily. So welcome to our corner of the web. Now, that's not my voice, so I would rewrite that. Whether you're a seasoned business pro or a budding entrepreneur, we're thrilled you found us here. Well, we're all about leveraging the power of technology to enhance productivity. Yeah, so this is a little bit lengthier than I want. I should have said like a short paragraph. So I'll just let it finish. I'm going to go ahead and copy this here. I should say, nope. Let me copy that other there. So let me go ahead here. Write a short paragraph. And I'm going to take off the friendly because it'll get rid of that hi friends. So let's see if it makes it a little bit shorter. Looks like it's going to be about the same length. But that gives me something to add. It's quite a bit shorter, so that might be helpful. And I'll tweak it to be my own voice. So that's one way. Another way that we can use AI for website content for your website. As you see, I have productivity tools, website tools, everything else. I've got quite a bit of this content ready to go. I just haven't finished the site just because I've been doing some other things and keeping busy. So I would go back through and generate ones for each of those. I use it a lot for, as you can see, let me think of another website content here. I have an online store, franknicities.com. It's my t-shirt store. T-shirts were actually one of the first things I did way back 20 plus years ago. It was one of my first lead gen products. One of my first, it was lead generation. I'd do like a t-shirt of the month where I would draw a person to win. They'd pick out the t-shirt and win their t-shirt. So I've actually been thinking about that. Here's some of the t-shirts. And some of them, when I first started doing this site, AI wasn't around. So I was trying to write product content and stuff like that. So let me go back here to one of the older ones. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to, like this one, heavily meditated. I might create I doubt I'll have much here on content. Yep, I don't. I just have just the basic information. So let's go ahead and grab this here, copy, and we'll go to our AI bot here. And I'll say create a product description with this information. Oops. Control V. So what it'll do here is it'll write a product description that I could copy and paste in there. That'll give me more content for the page, which Google loves. It'll let the potential buyer know a little bit more about it, and I actually think it makes it look a little bit more. It looks a lot better with the information about the product here instead of just a list as well. And it blends it in and ties it in nicely. And I've got some more. I have better SEO because it has heavily meditated up here, and I think it has it. I seen it down here at the bottom. I thought it somewhere else as well, but it's just a better thing, so I can copy and paste this and use it for here. I've been doing it, as I said, on some of the newer ones. If I go back here to I'm the Black Jeep of the family is the most recent shirt I put up here. And you can see here I've got like quite a bit more information here, and it just looks, it's more full. It gives the search engines more to spider and things like that. So just things like that. So that's another way, is for website content. One other thing that a lot of sites don't have, and I'm thinking maybe I don't have it on here. I do not. No, I do have privacy policy, shipping policy, support, terms of, which is terms of service. So what I could do is I could use this, and I said I will again make a disclaimer. This is just written. You might want to run this past a lawyer or legal friend if you have that. So write a quick privacy policy for let's do it for the other one. FrankRecommends.com, a site that recommends products to use. And spell privacy right. My fingers don't always work. So let's see what it comes up here. And it says Frank recommends privacy policy, effective date, which you see a lot of times on privacy policies. Information collection. I've done enough of these for, as I've been doing websites for 20 plus years. So these are standard things that you generally see on a privacy policy, where they're talking about information collection, the IP address that they may be captured during a purchase, or even in an opt-in, the IP address is captured at that point as well. User information, if they subscribe to a newsletter, it says their information sharing, security. So this is a that's nice. Even down at the note, if you notice, it says this is a simplified privacy policy and might not fully comply with all legal requirements or of all jurisdiction. It is recommended to consult with a legal advisor to ensure compliance with all applicable laws, regulations regarding privacy policies. So you might want to leave that in there or not. It's just a reminder for yourself. Personally, I probably would remove that, as a reminder for yourself, but you could quickly shoot this over to your legal representative and say, do you give this a thumbs up? Do you like it or whatever? But in the interim, this is a quick way to, you just copy and paste. Of course, you have this copy to clipboard, and then you could paste it into whatever service you do. A lot of times I'll just open up a Google Doc and paste it in there as well. So, Legal Docs is a good one. Good way to use ChatGPT. A lot of people don't think about. So as I said, there are, let's see if it's down here, like terms of service, privacy policy, shipping policy, are some of the others that you might think about as well to include on your website there. And one other place that I will talk about real quick, and I'll wrap this video up for you, is spreadsheet formulas. I have a sample spreadsheet here. I was working on one the other day, and I wanted to word this. I wanted to figure out my monthly income for each person. So like if it's 1 month or 12 months is what it says here, and this is the rate. So what I would do here is, it says our monthly income. So this is going to be a little tricky if I can remember. I did this the other day for actual use, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to show. So I'm going to pull this over my other screen so I can kind of see. I was playing with Adobe Fire's AI thing there. Let's go back to the chat client here. So create a Google spreadsheet formula where, let's see, if, let me pull this over here so you can see it as well. So I wanted to say if column 1, if column B equals 1, multiply it times 12, and if column B equals 12, multiply it times 1, which would be just pretty much copying it over there. But so if column B equals 1, multiply by column C, and if column B equals 12, multiply by, I guess it's still multiply by column B. Multiply, I probably worded this wrong. Multiply by, let's try column C again here. And enter. So it'll give me a, should give me a, here's a simple formula. And we can actually just copy the code here. So let's go ahead and bring my spreadsheet back over, and I want to put it here. So paste that there. So it says if B2 equals 1, blah, blah, blah. So I'll click off here, and I should be able to just drag this down. So that's not actually what I wanted, because that says 5,400. So I would have to go back and rework this. I think it should be, if it should times, I think it's B2 equals, it should be, I think times 1, B2 equals 1. So if B12 equals 12, then it should be times 1. That's all I need to do. So let's back that up there. Undo. So let's make this times 1, and that should actually give me what I want. So that one says 136. Let's scroll that down, and nope, that still didn't give me what I want. But you can see what I did. You just got to figure out the formula, and it'll create it there, and then I can actually do a sum down here to get my full for a year to figure out what that is. So that's just another way to use that. It's just a matter of knowing how to ask it what you're wanting. Of course, on the video you don't always think straight, but you can see what I'm talking about here. So let me try one more time. I don't want to give up there so easily. I was gonna give myself a break here. If it is 12, B2 times, if B2 equals 12, which is monthly, we'd multiply it by 12. Which would be right. Let's see. Well, you get the point of where I'm going here. So this would be, I would have to think that. Okay, so let's think about this formula one more time. Let me ask it the right way. So if B2, oops, if so let's create this spreadsheet again. Create a Google spreadsheet formula where column if column B equals 1, multiply C by 12, I think is what I wanted to say. And if column B is equal to 12, multiply by 1. I think that will give me what I'm wanting here. And of course it'll generate our statement here again. Now what's really cool about this is I've had to do some programming for some PHP stuff that I was trying to figure out. And of course you have to think about the question that you wanted to ask, or the way you want to ask it, or because it's only going to give you what you ask. So you might say, well, it didn't give me the right information, or I didn't present, just like I had here, I put the wrong information. So let me back up. I didn't word it correctly. So let's back up here, see if it'll back up. So I'm going to click here and try this new formula, see if that gives us closer to what I was wanting. So sometimes writing this formula by hand yourself can be tricky. Nope, I still didn't do it right because it's multiplying it again. So I would just have to figure out what that is. I'm getting a multiplication there because I just wanted that to be. No, that's right. Because let's pull up a calculator here real quick. So if I have, I wanted to multiply. It's clear here. It's $136 a month, but that's the monthly income. So that's not what I wanted there. So that's giving me the yearly income, which would be fine. Just if I knew what I was figuring there, 136 times 12 is 1,006. So I'm close on what I'm wanting there. That's giving me my yearly income, and then I guess that's probably what I'm wanting there. So I would just rephrase this to yearly income. That's if I'm wanting to know how much I'm making yearly per account, and then I could total it up down here for the bottom to figure out all of those as well. So we could do a sum. So let me go ahead and click this here, and I could say, so that figures that up. So 50 times 12 would be 600, so that would be right. And then I could do, so if I wanted to click here, equals the sum of and that gives me the sum of all of it there. So that would be how you'd work that out. And with AI, it gave us that tool. Now, if you're not familiar, if you click this little dot here and drag down, it would just add this. It would drag down that formula, and it actually updates the formula as you move down. So this one would say it says if B7 equals C7 or C7 times 12, this one would go down to 9. So it automatically update those fields for you in your spreadsheet. So I apologize about getting a little lost on there, but that would be kind of a cool way to use ChatGPT for spreadsheet formulas. So I hope you found these tips useful. I'll be back with another one here again soon. And if you have any questions, or if you'd like to see something, don't hesitate to click on the link before. Just leave a comment and see, make a suggestion. I appreciate you for watching the video. Go ahead and be sure to click the like button and subscribe, and appreciate you, and we'll be back again soon.